Hello and welcome to another video from Marx Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something quite old and something quite rare. We're looking at a 1970 release by Marx Toys from their TV tie-in series of Bagatelle games. Now, Bagatelles are pretty much miniature pinball games. You have a load of balls which you fire around the bagatelle, which is all enclosed so the balls don't come out, you don't lose them, and you try and get the high score that you possibly can by landing the balls in the scoring zone. Okay, so that is how this works. This particular one that we are looking at today is all themed on the Tom and Jerry cartoons, and this is the item in front of us. But first of all, it says Bagatelle on the box, and at the very bottom it's got Marx Toys. So that is all you can see on the front of the box. Before we have a good look at the Bagatelle itself, let's turn the box around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the box around and this is what we got on the back. So it gives you an image of firing a pinball, and it says Bagatelle, hours of fun for all the family, completely enclosed, no bits to get lost, and made by Lewis Marx & Co Limited in Great Britain. And you've got the Marx Toys logo on the bottom right hand corner. Okay, that's all that's on the back of the box. If I just drop the box down a bit, you can see we've, again, and zoom out a little bit, you can see we've got the Marx Toys and the logo and the Bagatelle sign on the side. And if I turn the box around the other end, and we've got pretty much the same again, Marx Toys, Bagatelle, and I think that's pretty much the same all the way around. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so that is the box. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Bagatelle actually out of the box, and then we're going to play it and see how we get on. Okay, so I've taken the game out of the box. Now, when these games originally came, there was a little leg that used to slot into this side here, which would support it, so it would be standing up in the right position all the time for you to play the game. But those legs, they're only a little bit of a piece of plastic, and they pretty much every Bagatelle we've ever had has had that piece lost. So you just have to support the Bagatelle by holding it up as you play the game. Now, before we fire the game, let's give it some sizes. So we're looking at an overall length of, from the edge of the firing pin to the edge of the Bagatelle board, we're looking at 25 centimeters. And if we go measure from the bottom of the Bagatelle to the top, we're looking at 23 centimeters. It's not very thick. We're looking at 2 centimeters thick, so that gives you an idea of the size. Okay, let's play this game. So let's load the balls up into the gully. Oh, I've lost one there. There we go. So we got all 5 balls in the gully. So we're going to start with firing the first ball, and we've scored an 8, which is terrific. And let's fire another one. Oh, I fired 2 at the same time there, so I've got a 2 with 1. Oh, well, that didn't work. I was trying to get in that 5. Yep, well, I got it in that 5, so I've got a 5 on that ball. Nothing on that one, but I'm going to go again with that one. Nope, still not again. Oh, this is harder than it looks. There we go, that's another 5. And let's see if we can get a 10 this time, shall we? Nowhere near it. We've got a 4 instead. So what have we got? So we've scored 10, 20, 24 points. Not a bad score. Okay, so that's pretty much how the game works. And then, of course, you total up your scores and compare them to whoever you're playing against. Or if you're playing by yourself, you just record the high scores. So on the background, you can see it says Tom and Jerry, Bagatelle, and you've got Spike the dog, Tomcat, Jerry the mouse, and the little duckling there. There's a Jerry and a duckling there as well. And it's got copyright Metro Goldwyn Mayer 1970. And you've got Marx, made in Great Britain, and the logo at the bottom there. So that is the Bagatelle. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to stand up on its own, so I've got to lean it against the back wall there. But I must say, I like these Bagatelles. I think they're so good. And at the time, I mean, bearing in mind, back in the 1970s and the 60s come to that, there was no video recorders, there was no computer games, there was no internet television, there was no streaming, nothing like that. There was no internet, nothing. So for us to relive our favourite TV shows and programs, it was on toys like this. So you'd have the toy and you'd just play with the toy, or you'd have a comic, you look at a comic, an annual maybe, board games. So that was the only way you got to enjoy your favourite TV programs, your favourite cartoons and so on. Unlike now, of course, where you can watch them wherever you want. You can even watch them on your phones as you're travelling to work, or even at work, you know, or even at school. So you can watch them anywhere these days. But it was very different back in the 60s and 70s. These Bagatelle games were huge. Everybody bought Bagatelle games because they were just perfect games for kids to play with, and adults alike, and for everyone to play with, really. So Marx tapped into this market. They were probably the biggest manufacturer of these in the UK. I don't know about overseas, but certainly in the UK, they were one of the biggest manufacturers of the Bagatelles. And they produce many different types, right from your TV ones to your sport ones, to your classic sci-fi ones. So yeah, there's loads and loads that they produced. They've done the round ones. They also done the tall, long ones. So there was many different Bagatelles that were produced back in the 60s and the 70s. But now finding these Bagatelles in this kind of condition is obviously now quite difficult, because we're talking 50, 60, 70 years on some of them that we see these days. But this particular one we're looking at today is in exceptionally good condition. There are a few minor marks on the plastic, which you'd expect from something that is 54 years old. But other than that, it's very good. The firing mechanism, as you saw, is in perfect working condition. It's not broken at all or chipped or anything like that. It's fully working. The balls all load down the gully perfectly. They fire around the board very well. And they obviously, as you saw, they do land onto the scoring zones, depending on how you fire the trigger. So an excellent game. Finding them in this condition, also in the original box, is certainly an achievement in this day and age. Very difficult, but you know it. As usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Marx items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you don't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item you upload could be the item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on the review of this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.